That's where they buy.
Sorry. What happened to Ghana? Mr. Neighbor, what happened to Ghana? Tell me.
Okay, so the situation with Ghana is that there is a new board that's the only board now that is allowed to sell gold. So now when companies partner with this board, they pay very high fees.
Mm-hmm.
So now sometimes we get discount of minus 20%. For now we're barely trying with we're barely even seeing being able to find offers of minus 10 because we still from the company we still pay 5%. And now as a gold trading institution, we need at least 5% because in the end we're still refining to selling to banks, to selling to other clients. So we'll have to see a bit of profit there. So with the new gold board, it's almost the offers are dwindling. We don't really see much offers like that again from Ghana. And then Congo now, there's war breakout in Congo.
Mm-hmm.
The people working in Congo, they can't continue supplying because they are no longer backed by their foreign financiers, which have all left because of the war. Some of the miners are even having their gold stolen. So the situation in Congo and Ghana has cut our supplies of gold.
Mm-hmm.
So we would like expand to Guinea now. Currently, we're looking at Guinea. So we would like to expand there. We've not really had any agent on ground, but we had in Congo, we had in Ghana. It was it took a process, but we had people there. We later had in Ghana. So we're trying to navigate the market in Guinea. We're also looking at Mali, looking at all those other African countries because our capacity to assay and pay and buy is massive. I think total last year of sales we bought from Africa was accounting for 4.5 billion.
So where is your buyer coming from?
Yes, we have the capital to buy, but we don't see the supplies because we are backed by most of the sovereigns in the Middle East, including the founders of the UAE, also the Sultan of Oman. We get also wealthy families and financial institutions in Switzerland. So, but the gold the volume of gold that buying now is far less than what the capital that we have available to us. So with the war in Congo and the war in Ghana, there's a problem. So we need to expand to other African countries. If possible, go through the government. Once we find reliable sellers, maybe we can have agreement with their government, and then we proceed to creating new connections there. I think in Ghana we have about 42 sellers now, and we barely even have up to 5. So we're trying to go into Guinea, and I know you're the only person that's real vast with the gold market there in Guinea. So I would like to see a possibility of collaboration.
You were talking to me for many years. You were talking to me for at least, I think, 3 years. You've been window shopping. You're roaming around.
Yeah. Not really roaming around. We created relationships in Congo. We brought new sellers. That was, I think, last year that was when we had the opportunity to partner with most of Ghana before we were buying at CIF. Well, then we had the opportunity to go to Ghana and meet some of our trusted sellers, and then like that, a seller brings, there's a network of sellers in Ghana. So once you're familiar with one, because you can't see competition because we buy everything. If you have 100 kgs, if you buy up to 5 tons, and you have 100 kg, you might meet your friend and try to profit a bit of commission from your friend. You bring your friend, so that's about from last year to ending of February, we successfully partnered with 42 sellers, but the whole gold board has come in now. Most sellers if they can't comply, the government absorb yeah,
Mm.
gold. Yeah,
Ghana government has
different.
changed. You cannot get the gold in Ghana unless you pay in full, and you need to buy to the agency that are controlled by the government. Yeah.
That's the situation in Ghana now. And then Congo, there's war in Congo. We're supposed to receive about 550 kgs about January.
Now this gold in Congo, they smuggled it into Nairobi. Every gold from Congo is transit in Nairobi, or Kampala. In Guinea, if you're just thinking that you get the gold, it would be very difficult for you because the government in Guinea has changed as well. And I don't entertain buyer unless the buyer can send a letter of intent and his credential. We know I don't deal with anybody unless I know the credential of the buyer. Yeah, we have tons of gold. We do have tons of gold, but if you just thinking that you can collaborate, it would be very difficult for you, especially if you come to Wilhelmina, because Wilhelmina will really screen the buyer properly. Really, you wouldn't meet the criteria. I'm telling you.
No, yes, we have no problem. If possible, I can create a conference call between you and our CEO. It's possible, but then he will want me to do all forms of procedures and verify.
No, I want you to listen first the video that I have interviewed the buyer. I want you to listen, then you come back to me. Because there is no point to communicate if the buyer asking CIF. Because we don't deal CIF, cost, insurance, and freight. This is FOB, bank-to-bank payment. Yeah. So I'll give you the conference that I interviewed the buyer. It's a live interview. I want you to listen, and then you let your buyer listen as well. And the procedure is on that video. I want you to take time, continue watching the video, and then you click below. There's a procedure. It says continue reading. I want you to read that, because I don't have time to teach people, and I don't have time to waste my time either. Okay?
All right.
So I will give it to you after our conversation. Take time. And we have tons of gold in Mali and in Conakry. We have. Okay?
All right.
So if you talk to your, where's your buyer coming from?
The buyer is, if you say a buyer, it's not one person. The buyer is the company itself.
Okay, where the company coming from? You just give me the answer. Don't roaming around. Where the company coming from? The buyer. Of course, his company belong to where in the country? What part of the country?
The buyer is based in Dubai.
Most of the buyers coming from Dubai. Yes, most. Yeah. I'm traveling to Dubai the end of this month. If your buyer is real, I want to meet your buyer. Yes.
Yeah, no, we have no. I can. In fact, you said I can schedule a physical meeting immediately between you and him. We can even make introductions. There's no problem. But then, like I said, I can send you details of the company, give you websites, I can give you the page. The company is listed on London Bullion Market Association. It's listed by the DMCC. We've had people in London. We bank in London too. In case you want to run a sort of due diligence, you've had agents in Congo come to do due diligence in London. They've also come to Dubai to verify with the authorities, and we work with them. So if we leverage on transparency, if not anything. So if you want any information, we can't give you, but we then want to be sure that, okay, this seller we're dealing with has real gold, and we can create a long-term partner with this person. Because now, considering the sensitivity around gold, because of the kind of relationship we want to build with our traders, we are also giving them opportunity now to have equipment. We want to fund the business. It's not just that we are buying, we want to partner with them so that they can fund, we can give them new technology, new resources from the research institutes in Canada, and then they can access our satellite technology for gold exploration. So we're just trying to leverage. If you find the partners, we give them a lot of benefits so that in the long run we can be profitable. That's
what you have to do.
So
I have to cut our conversation because someone is waiting for me to. There are so many buyers are queuing because the world is on panic because in Africa the government is in control now. Now the government doesn't own the gold. The owner of the gold that who own the mine is the owner. But the owner has to comply the rules and regulations of the government. The government has nothing to do. The government will only provide clearances that the buyer did pay the gold because the payment must show the receipt of the buyer's payment in order to reflect the cash inflow. So it would be very difficult for you if you don't know Conakry and Mali because Conakry and Mali has changed. There's so many buyers thinking that they can get gold the handsome profit. You will get the profit if you meet the criteria. Yes. But I want you to watch this video first. Then you analyze it. Then you read the full corporate offer. Then that is the time you go back to your buyer. Because if you're going to bring the buyer to me without understanding, right and there, if you say, well, Amina, we are buying gold CIF or SBLC, right and there, I'm going to reject you. Because this is not CIF. So right now, this is FOB.
Yes, we're looking at FOBs now. We're looking more because of the situation with CIF. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening.
So because of the situation, yes, because of the situation with CIF now, we understand that
a buyer, Mr. Quebe, a buyer asking CIF, he's going to leverage it. Meaning to say he's going to teach the seller to launder. We are not here to launder the gold. Gold is money. Gold is king. Your buyer is buying the world asset. So there is a process. Okay, your network is getting very, very bad. I'll call you back, Mr. Nueve. Oh, your network is very bad. Now I'm about to close. I want you to listen first the video that I have interviewed the buyer. Okay? Then you get back to me tomorrow. The time here in Australia is 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm about to close. I have interviewed a lot of buyer's agent. They didn't meet the criteria because they're asking for CIF. Cost, insurance, and freight. No, gold is not CIF. This is FOB. Okay? So we'll catch up and I want you to watch first because I don't have time to teach people. Okay?
Okay. So sorry, where are you based? Are you based in Conakry?
I'm based in Australia. I only travel to Conakry when the buyer meet the criteria. Because I need to accompany the buyer. I need to take the buyer to the head office. Yes. And before the buyer will travel, Mr. Quebe, before the buyer travel, the buyer has to have a contract with us. How many quantity? And I need to gather buyer's vital information.
Yeah, in Conakry and you are going to come to Dubai.
I only stop over in Dubai because I have the buyer to secure gold in Conakry. So I need to meet the buyer and take to the head office. Yes. I'm not traveling to Dubai just to meet a stranger. Before the stranger meet, well, Amina, I need to see the buyer on Botin for conference. I don't meet the buyer without meeting first via Botin. Because there's so many criminals going on in Dubai. There's so many crook. Okay? So you've been disconnected, Mr. Queba. You've been disconnected. I have to close now. So just watch this video that I have interviewed. Okay? So I have to leave you now. Watch the video that I have given you because your network is very bad. Okay? I'm about to close now. So we'll catch up on tomorrow. Today is already Saturday. It's already Saturday. In your end is still Friday evening or Friday afternoon. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much, Leandro.
Okay, Mr. Quibi, thank you very much for our conversation. Okay?
Have a great day.
Same to you. Then bye. Well. Today, I have interviewed 6 potential buyer. Their buyer have his own agent. And the agent came to Wilhelmina. And the agent says they are looking for gold, tons of gold, black fund, bank guarantee, SBLC, and CIF, cost, insurance, and freight. You know what? I rejected them. Gold is not for cost, insurance, and freight. Gold is not black fund. Why are you gonna block the fund? Gold is money. You must remember. And those buyers, agent representing the buyer, they don't understand. They told me that the buyer has plenty of money. And why, if you have plenty of money, why asking SBLC, standard letter of credit? You know, Africa doesn't deal with the standard letter of credit. You're buying gold to a local miner. Local miner do business week to week, cash basis. Here's the gold, you have the money. You have to pay the gold before the gold leave the country of origin. Because you will not get export documentation without fully documented that you have paid the gold. So this interview that I have with Mr. Quibi, this is for everyone. My video has a date. Every video has a date. Subscribe and give me the like if you understand. And click below. There is a saying, continue reading. That is very extensive full corporate offer. Regardless of the world market, our selling price less 8%, tax included. Now, when I assist the buyer to travel to Conakry, to travel to Mali and Sierra Leone, this is different scenario. I am charging the buyer to accompany the buyer. But before I'm going to charge you, Mr. Buyer, you need to send a letter of interest first on your company letterhead for me to analyze, for me to validate, for me to screen whether you are really serious. It doesn't matter if you are a member of Gold Volume. You know the business. It doesn't matter if you have a big company in Dubai. It doesn't matter. You know gold is money. So therefore, you know the business. Wilhelmina is your business facilitator. At the same time, I am the extension of the seller. I'm the one who promote Africa. Most of the buyer's agent or lot chain of middlemen, they come to Wilhelmina. Why? We are now on digital. You search on YouTube, you found this video. You go to my platform on Facebook, you search, my page would be pop up into your screen. So what you have to do if you're a buyer's agent, if you're working with the buyer, you listen to this video, you listen and read the full corporate offer, subscribe because time to time you will be notified. Give me the likes if you comprehend. If you don't comprehend, don't give me likes. So you need to learn because my seller would not educate you. My seller hired Wilhelmina. Okay? I'm the one who will say yes or no. I'm the one will renegotiate the price for you if you meet the criteria. You're gonna ask, how I'm gonna meet the criteria, Mrs. Ford? Very simple. If you subscribe time to time, you will be notified. And give me the likes. Click below. Continue reading. That is the full corporate offer. Digest it properly. Then that is the time you come for conference live. If you are from Dubai, download Botim because I want to see you. I want to see the person whom I'm going to meet face to face. Now, before I'm going to meet you face to face in Dubai, I make sure that you comply, and I make sure that you convince me, and make sure you comply necessary paperwork in order for me to convince you that you are a buyer. I mentioned that on every video. After you listen to this video, after you read the full corporate offer, I need to see your business registration. Exactly the same. This buyer registered in Dubai. His business registration, he submitted to me, and he did submit his importation license. He did submit his passport copy. He did submit the proof of fund. He did apply for anti-money laundering because Dubai has changed. Dubai knows that the gold from Africa is smuggled into Dubai. There's so many smugglers, there's so many criminal buying gold because their money is illegal, their money is dirty, they're buying gold in order to clean their money. So now Dubai requiring the buyer to show anti-money laundering that prove that his money in his bank account is not coming from illegal activities. Meaning to say, his money is clean. This is what I'm sharing now. Used to be Dubai is very lax. Dubai is no longer lax. See, look at this buyer. He sent me his business registration. His business registration registered at DMCC. He's a jeweler. He needs the supply, and he's been talking to different offer and why he come to Wilhelmina. Because he listened to the video, he read the full corporate offer, and I told him, you must remember you're a businessman. No one is giving you for nothing. No one is giving you for free. So this buyer, I'm going to meet him in Dubai. He's paying my services. So you guys, you come to Wilhelmina thinking you can get the gold deal. There was a lady, she sent me a message that her buyer from Dubai wanted 20 tons of gold. 20 tons, it's big, it's huge. I wouldn't believe it. I really wouldn't believe it that the buyer can afford to pay 20 tons. I wouldn't. That buyer is just dreaming. Don't you know 20 tons is $1 billion? Don't you know that? And if the buyer will say, we are the buyer, we use bank guarantee and block fund, I'm sorry, the bank will guarantee you to release the money, but gold is money. The bank will not release the money unless the bank knows that the gold is there. So first of all, Mr. Buyer, you read the full corporate offer, don't be excited. Listen to this video that I have interviewed the agent. His name is Quibe, and he's been dealing a lot of sellers in Ghana, failure. He went to Congo, failure. Why you come to Wilhelmina? I'm the only person who can share with you the real business. I'm sharing you the full knowledge on how to secure gold. But my services is not for free. I eliminate chain of joker broker. I call them joker. Why? We're sick and tired. This is money. You're buying world asset. You need to be careful. And we also need to be careful whom we are dealing with. The seller's instruction. Wilhelmina, Don't believe on buyer that buyer cannot prove his credential. Correct. This buyer, he proved his credential. He showed me his trading license. He showed me his importation license. He showed me his passport. And we have a live video call on board him. Right. And he's traveling with me. He's paying my services already. And I'm meeting him in Dubai. Yeah. And he signed a contract. Right. So he reviewed the contract. And we exchanged information. He was been given a commercial invoice already. And he knows the price. Our selling price is 8%. Yes. And if you convince Wilhelmina, I might reduce, I might reconsider to give you 10%. But don't bank on it. Don't. Because you have not convinced Wilhelmina. I might consider to give you 11-12%. But don't bank on it. Because you have not convinced Wilhelmina. I am the boss. I have the power to reject you. And I have the power to recommend to give you 10 or 12%. But if you don't convince Wilhelmina, 8%. Now, you have two options. I know you're scared to pay my extra service. I do charge $20,000 to accompany you, to take you to the office to meet the CEO. Before I'm going to accompany you, the contract has been signed. And all the documentations of the seller, mining license, export license, passport copy, and the seller paid the tax yearly, and company profile. You will see the company profile after you send me your credential, because the contract has to be attached the seller's mining license, export license, the site of the mines of the seller, the company profile. Then we will send you the contract after I collect your information, your email address, company letterhead, your license, just like this one. The buyer meet the criteria. He is a true buyer. But if you cannot show me your credential, to me, you're not a buyer. You're not. You're just fishing around. You fish around, that's fine. You are entitled to fish around, but everybody come to Wilhelmina. Why? I'm the only person to show my face. This is my vital office. This is my virtual office. I'm based in Brisbane, Australia. There is no gold here. No. My job is to receive your inquiry. My job is to interview you. My job is to make sure that you are a true buyer. My job is to meet you live video call. Whether you're going to meet the criteria or not. Before you come for video call, I want you to listen this video. Subscribe and give me the likes if you understand. If you don't understand, don't give the likes. Because everything now is on digital. When I purchase goods via online, I pay in advance. Gold, you have to pay whether you like it or not. There is no advance. You cannot take the gold out of the country without full payment. Yes, the African government has changed. Because both buyers and sellers are trying to cut corner. The sellers can smuggle the gold because the buyer offer, bring it to Dubai. After final ASI, we will pay. Remember, a few years back, the seller in Conakry and in Sierra Leone and in Mali went to Dubai. And he brought the gold because he was being promised by a particular buyer. One seller was being poisoned. And one seller in Conakry, he was being entertained by the buyer, Indians and Pakistani. A good dinner, they put the poison into the seller. 45 kilos disappear. What happened? The seller in Conakry was poisoned, passed away. Another buyer went to Sierra Leone. They promised that he will sign a long-term contract. The buyer and the seller travel together in Dubai. 25 kilos they hand carry. And the seller was being distracted in the airport. Group of Indians and Pakistani. They are notorious. They are good Indians and good Pakistanis, and bad Indians and bad Pakistani. So, the seller was being booked in the hotel. He was being distracted with a group of people. He was given drinks. And this poor seller was excited because they traveled together, because the buyer didn't pay the gold. It's only paying the taxes. So that seller considered it. So he was given drinks in Dubai. And that poor seller from Sierra Leone, he was being thirsty. He drank the drinks. He was given Coke. And he fell asleep. Maybe this group of Indians and Pakistani had already planned to put the poison on the drinks. So this seller from Sierra Leone, I don't want to mention his name, he fell asleep. When he wake up, the 25 kilos disappear. And he reported to the police. The police said this group is not registered in Dubai. Right. Another seller as well give the 450 kilos to the buyer. 100% CIF. And the son didn't ask the permission to the father, the CEO, that they are dealing with the criminal, the buyer from Paris. And when the gold arrived, the gold is already fully paid by the end buyer. So that fake buyer disappear. So the son cannot find the buyer that signed the contract. So the father was get angry. And the father says, do not come home without $24 million into the company account. So the father disowned the son. So what happened? The son was stressful because he couldn't find the buyer. So the buyer was a criminal. When I was in the office, I told the father, let your son come home. In a way, you have plenty of gold. You own the mines. A huge deposit of gold and diamond in your mines. The father didn't listen to my request. Suddenly, I received a call that they are going to retrieve the body of the son. The younger brother called me that they are going to retrieve the body of his elder brother. So, what happened? They lost 24 million and they lost the life of their members of the family. Why? Because they were being deceived, and they think that this foreigner, when the foreigner offered blah blah blah, I told the father, don't believe on any buyer. Don't believe it unless the buyer prove that he has $1 million standby in his bank account. Yes? Since then, the buyer listened to me. From now on, Mrs. Ford, we don't deal any buyer until you fully validated. It's too late, I told the father. It's too late. You should start before. Do not give your gold unless the buyer guarantee. He has to pay, let's say, if you agree to pay 50%, the balance, the buyer has to guarantee. And you need to verify the guarantee. Who is the bank will guarantee? Because when the buyer cannot pay, we can run after the buyer. We can publish the buyer. Now, Mr. Buyer, I'm giving you a warning. If you talk to Wilhelmina and you muck around with me, I'm going to expose you. Yes, I'm giving you a warning to all buyer. Do not play games on this business industry. That is the reason why the seller instructed me. I already exposed the seller in Sierra Leone. So I'm already exposed the seller in Ghana. I used to handle Ghana. Don't deal Ghana. Ghana government has changed. You cannot get the gold in Ghana unless you show them $1,000,000 that you have, unless you pay the gold to the owner of the gold so that the owner will inform the government that he is going to export. Exactly the same in Conakry, exactly the same in Mali, exactly the same in Sierra Leone. But most of the seller trying to cut corner because the buyer promised that, oh, we will invest in machinery. I told my seller, don't believe in it. You have to establish business relationship, Mr. Buyer. You buy a trial. Start a trial to purchase 10 or 20 kilos to prove that you are really serious buyer. I told my seller, don't believe on buyer. I wouldn't. I do believe on my seller because my seller owned the gold and the seller mined the gold on his mine camp, is on his mining site. You know, when the seller applied the mining license, it cost money. The seller wouldn't ask the government CIF. He has to pay. And the seller has to submit all the paper requirements. And the seller has to apply for export license. And the seller has to hire the workers to feed his worker. And you, Mr. Buyer, asking CIF, bring to the destination, we will do up the final assay, we will pay after final assay. Big no. No, you don't have the money. You don't. You are going to leverage. This is not leveraging business. Don't you know that London Stock Exchange needs gold? Central Bank of London needs gold. We have shortage of gold. Where the gold coming from? Africa. Different part of Africa. Then you're gonna say, oh, I don't want to trust Africa. Yes. Well, I mean, I would not trust you either. Yes, Africa has a lot of issue. The small seller will say, okay, here's my gold, pay taxes. Don't send money unless you're gonna be invited to come over. You as Mr. Buyer, you need to establish a business relationship. Yes, you need to have a contract. And we don't deal with you unless Wilhelmina vouch you. Because we will invite you, we will issue you the landing visa as a visitor. Wilhelmina will travel with you, and Wilhelmina is charging her services $20,000. Now, why I'm charging you $20,000? Do you mean to say I'm going to travel from Australia to Africa for free? Gold is not for free. Nah. If you cannot afford to pay my extra service, that's fine. You can window shop anywhere. But I'll tell you, there was another buyer. He is from France, but he opened his company in Dubai. And we sent him a contract. He's a very clever buyer. He owned a commercial supermarket, a small supermarket in France. He signed a contract. We give him the landing visa, not knowing he was also offered in Mali. He went to Mali, and I always follow up, oh, where are you? What's happening? Oh, Mrs. Ford, I'm in Mali. Okay? And he intended to get 35 kilos. And I told him, good luck. I hope you will get what you're looking for, because I've been to Mali, and there's also a lot of problem in Mali. So what happened? He paid taxes because he was being offered. And I told him, good luck. So they hand carried the 35 kilos from Mali, stopover in Ghana airport. Now, in every airport, when you stop over as a transit, you have to recheck all the luggage, right? Recheck again, and the metal box was also rechecked on the X-ray machine. So what happened? The custom say, oh, sit aside here. They opened the metal box. Okay? And the customer were asking the seller and the buyer, where is the ECOWAS? During the time, Mali was a member of ECOWAS. Now, when you buy gold to any country that member of ECOWAS, the seller has to provide the ECOWAS certificate that he is going to export the gold to you. But the seller didn't advise the buyer, and the buyer wasn't aware. Okay, and the gold was not being insured. For short, Ghana Custom questioned the buyer and the seller. So they get out from Ghana airport, and the gold was being withheld until further notice that the seller has to comply. Now, the seller was ignorant. There's a saying, ignorance of the law excuses nobody. So the buyer come back to Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina, I need your help. He said, what for? You created a problem, you sort it out. Now the buyer and the seller is stuck in Ghana. And the buyer overspent the money. And I asked the buyer, how much did you spend staying in Ghana? $60,000 already. So I told the buyer, instead of paying $60,000, why not pay the gold? Why not start 10 kilos? So that buyer is also greedy. So now the buyer went to Dubai without the gold. And he asked me if I could help him to get the gold in Conakry. And I told him, yeah, I can give you the gold, but you need to follow the golden rules. There's a saying, he who has the gold makes the rules. The buyer don't make the rules. Yeah, you have the money, but you follow the golden rules of the country so that you would not encounter disaster. So I'm just sharing you, whoever watching this video, this is for you. Knowledge is worth $1 million. I share the full knowledge, the true knowledge, plus I put all necessary requirement that you are going to comply. You don't need to ask, well, Amina, what is the procedure? The procedure is already in front of you. Subscribe and give me the likes if you comprehend. If you don't comprehend, that's fine. If you want to window shop and fishing around, that is your call. But I'll tell you, you wouldn't get the gold from us unless you meet the criteria. Our selling price, regardless of the world market, our selling price less 8% tax included. Whatever the price today is Friday, March 23. On Monday, if the price goes 3,500 less 8%, you wouldn't be able to afford Mr. Ford if you're a small timer. I'm telling you. I have to be frank, directly to the point. This gold business is for the big company that can afford. Even though a big company, they they're going to leverage. We are not in leveraging business. We are here to do business. Start, as I've said to you, start a trial. You build your business relationship with us. Wilhelmina is the gateway. Wilhelmina is the extension. So put that into your head. I am not just an ordinary broker, because if I'm a broker, I will chase you. I will running around. I'm not going to chase you. I am telling the world that Africa is the main source of gold. If you want to buy gold in Mali, tons of gold, yes, we do have. You can ask the gold at DNGM, Marina, Kankamusa, and Russian refinery. Why Russian refinery is there in Mali? Why? There is business. Why Canadian is in Conakry? There is business. Why Australian mining company are everywhere in Africa? There is business. Why Chinese are everywhere? There's business. And you, small trader, why are you running around? Because there is also business. Gold is a profitable business. Is that right? Now, Mr. Buyer, I have to close now, and I hope you understand. I just finished talking to an agent. His name is Mr. Quibi. He's from Nigeria. He's been roaming around. He knows me. And he cannot find the gold. And he come to me. For 3 years he been watching my platform. Until now he still have a difficulty in getting the supply. There's a saying, supply and demand determine the price. Now, Mr. Buyer, in philosophy, in life, he who has the gold makes the rules. Ignorance of the law excuses nobody. If you're ignorant thinking that the seller offer you cheap price and pay taxes, then you are going to encounter disaster. I repeat, ignorance of the law excuses nobody. Gold is king. He who has the gold makes the rules. Thank you very much again. I want you to subscribe and give me the likes if you like it. If you don't, just view it. Think about it. Don't rush. When you're ready, you come back and talk to Elamina. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good morning already. It's Saturday here in Brisbane. In your end, it's still late afternoon. Thank you.